to another episode of Historically Marked. This is my first Route 66 edition in the state of Texas, and they say everything is big in Texas, including the building behind me. So I have much more to show you in the coming videos, but I am just outside the U Drop-In and the Tower Service Station, which has been neatly refurbished, and it's got a restaurant in there serving lunch, and it's got like a little gift shop, and you can actually go in there. It was also featured in the Disney Pixar movie Cars. I'll show you more. So this is definitely a fine Art Deco design, typically based in the 1930s. And it was built in 1936 by J.M. Tyndall and R.C. Lewis at the cost of $23,000. And here's a marker about the tower building. This is done by the Texas Historical Commission. So here is a distinctive tower building, was one of many commercial structures erected in the early 1930s along new U.S. Route 66. Designed by Pampa architect J.C. Berry, the structure was built by local entrepreneur J.M. Tyndall in 1936. The tower building is an excellent example of a gas station diner of the 1930s and exhibits many elements of the Art Deco style, including geometric detailing, curvilinear massing, and neon highlights. Alright, so you gotta check out these retro gas pumps. There's some more over there too. And these are actually working restrooms. So originally this was supposed to be three separate structures. The first was the Tower Conoco Station, named for a dominating four-sided obelisk running from the flat roof, topped from a metal tulip. The second was the U Drop-In Cafe, which just reopened, and I'll tell you more about that in a second, but it got its name from a local schoolboy's winning entry in a naming contest. And the third structure was supposed to be a retail store that instead became an overflow seating area for the cafe. The Tower Station was the first commercial business located on the newly designated Route 66 in Shamrock. So until about the 1970s, the Tower Station and the U Drop-In Cafe was light brick with green glazed tiles. Now refurbished with light pink concrete highlighted by the green paint, it still looks like much the same as it did during the heyday of the Mother Road. The towering spire above the serving station, which is that, spells out Conoco, a reminder of the booming business that the Tower Station and U Drop-In Cafe once saw. All right, now we're inside the U Drop-In. Or what would you guys rather call this? The U Drop-In. Okay, U Drop-In, all right. It is mostly a gift shop, but there are some cool things to see in here. Is this the guy that was in, inspired the, what do you call it, the Crazy Feet?
No.
Okay, never mind.
He's a Texas Ranger. We call him Walker.
Oh, Walker, Texas Ranger, okay. But there are a lot of good collections. So yes, if you do collect something, like postcards or... And then here's some memorabilia. It's not for sale, but... And here's some more information about the movie Cars, about how this can be seen in the movie Cars. All right, here you go, right here. Here's just a little essay based on that. And as you can see, a lot of Europeans have made their travels from here, even from Finland, wow, and Iceland, wow, and all over the world too, Australia. All right, so according to this milepost, I am almost 1,100 miles from Chicago, where I was, you know, at the very end of the trail, but I got about 80 miles till I get to Santa Monica. And this is just an original sign. And here is the restaurant. It just reopened after 25 years. Elvis will serenade you. Now this just reopened like 6 weeks ago. And this is a special booth because Elvis Presley dined here. Even says so on this wall. A local man's aunt worked here in the 1960s, and he remembers being lifted up to the window to see the famous singer. Elvis stayed in Shamrock at the Sun and Sand Motel, which is now the Route 66 Inn. He stayed in room 18, and Colonel Parker stayed in room 23. The waitress from the Maverick restaurant delivered room service. The Glancy family owned the motel at the time, and Elvis gave them an autographed photo. Their daughter, Kim, remembers riding her tricycle over his foot. Oh, what memories. All right, well, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Shamrock, Texas, outside the U Drop In and the Tower Service Station. Signing off.